welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside the 10, here he comes. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Leaves it with the back.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. With the catch, it's Smith. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And wings it incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
First play of the period will be a second down. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in, it's Young. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. That's caught. It's Williams. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you have my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Duron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Working the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Caught, over the marker, it's Tate. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Got his man quickly. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Rush is on him. He'll throw it. Plucks it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Holds it on the bootleg fake. Now sliding to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He might want another play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air, it's Simpson. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Now on third down for this offense. They want to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Cuevas. Makes that one pay off. Finally getting down at the 38, it'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Back to throw. It's Simpson. Under fire. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it along the sidelines. Foot in bounds, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And he tacked on the extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And they'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on third down. He's got it. He's loose. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could to be a few inches short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Skips away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensive.
Turning on the Jets. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Pressure coming. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Oh, better look out. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Man, I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's going up top here late in the game.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more important.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Ncaa. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to up. On that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Unloads quickly. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Really nice job by quarterback. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Red pass, it's complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Got his man.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. That's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
High the change now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. The give is to Miller. Headed to the end zone. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll leave it with him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now the play fake. Fires it down the seam. Makes the grab down the middle. Here he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And guys with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? Buys a little time with his feet. What an abject disaster by this guy, running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And here's the return. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying play action. Looking to buy time. He makes the catch. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Clemson is quick to the line. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Fires downfield. Quarterback just flat, missed him, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Takes a hit as he fires. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Off the play fake. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Throwing right. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
It's complete on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But You've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The offense changing the play. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's caught. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fears the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. They'll run the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. a grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a better play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Klubnik. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you. Running it between the tackles, he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well,
welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Looking for blockers. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. What we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The give to the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back.
first quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. Wide open spaces. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Lost to throw again. Rushes on him. Forced out of the pocket. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Looking to throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen. And he ends up taking a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Running to Green. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Runs through a tackle. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Klubnik. Got it behind the line. It's Randall. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's going for it all. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here comes the heat. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. It's a seam wide open. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Clemson. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves. Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints here in New Orleans. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll run it inside. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Allard. Got his hand downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Under fire. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Go to the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
It's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they hit force the incomplete.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. And this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Aller. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ball.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his feet. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space. Plus, oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots.
He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Touchdown, Penn State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Randall. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Pressure coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Aller. Got a man, it's Singleton. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back. He's run out of bounds after the pick. Clock shows 0, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. There he goes. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Clemson jumps to the line. Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the air. It's Klubnik. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Clemson is quick to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
In that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find it. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Aller. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinned.
Turning it on. Oh, he's got some touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the fourth quarter. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
With the catch, it's Haynes.
Well, quick throw, getting it out of the quarterback's hands fast. You can't take a sack, obviously, at this point in the game, and you're just trying to matriculate it as quickly as possible down the field to get into field goal range to try and give your team a chance to win.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's out of bounds to stop the clock with 26 seconds to go. It will be a first down.
And when the clock's running down late in the ball game, every first down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting the first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Might be changing the route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. seconds left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. A 40-yard game winner. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you can see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other.
Welcome, everyone, to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off-play action on 1st down. Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. Oh, a lot of space. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25 Bottom line in this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got his man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Using his legs, it's Haynes.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Under fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This defense will try to keep everything in front. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Shoots it to the left. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball,
converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. LSU right back to the line. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry. He's got it along the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. Scrambling away. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Get into the...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They'll start this drive with a pass. He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the right. Off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw. He lets it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Sends it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receiver, it's a running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. It's complete to the left. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and I tell you.
welcome, folks, to Hard Rock City and the home of the Dolphins here in Miami, Florida. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Bringing it out, it's Randall. Makes it to the 16. That's good. There. On the ground, it's Haynes. It's just the middle to get stopped. That one goes nowhere.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
He makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. The Tigers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Haynes.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Well, if you're going to win a national championship, when you get to third downs, you've got to find a way to convert. And here on this opening drive, it's exactly what this offense has been able to do. This time on the ground, keep those sticks moving.
Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Second and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's running out of time here. Nice grab. It's Adams. And here he goes. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Tigers are going to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to throw yet again. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Nowhere to run up the middle. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or they'll have to settle for 3? They'll try to run for the 1st down. Touchdown, Clemson. They draw first blood in this national title game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. He'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Simpson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle, but 1st down.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up 1st downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Caught behind the line. It's Portman. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's good hustle and a nice play.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Breaks into the clear. End zone ahead. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. To the air. It's Simpson. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama, as they answer with their first score of this title game. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Randall. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a big gain. Will be first and goal at the 7.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. To throw, it's Simpson. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide, to put them on top now.
Boy, if the defense can't get pressure on a quarterback, it's going to be a long afternoon. That time, the quarterback had all day back there to eventually find the open receiver for a touchdown.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Randall. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29. The Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
That's a really good run by this offense, and Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense, looking for a first down.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking deep downfield with the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them the 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this...
He's in the clear. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a 1st down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT is good. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quick throw to the left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass. It's Simpson. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The receiver makes the catch. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Now in the red zone, it's Simpson. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. With the catch, it's Young. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. To the air, it's Simpson. He escapes the pocket. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
And he's got it, no problem. And they claim the lead here in the final couple minutes.
But there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking for a late deep shot. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, I really wondered what direction they might go here with the national championship on the line. What a nice throw, but what impresses me is the catch and then the run after the catch to get the ball into the end zone. They go up by 3 now late in the game. An extra point here will force your opponent to have to drive the length of the field to beat you.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. On the move now. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Well, we talked to the defensive coordinator, Chris, before the game about how they worked a lot on the scramble drill this week just to be able to contain him. The coach has to be pleased with how they performed.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing him the game.
See if they can punch it in. It's first and goal. Pounding away with the run game. Touchdown, Tigers. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Automatic in the PAT. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. The DB's backing off from the line now. Pressure is coming. Grabbed by the receiver. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Lets it go quickly. And that one's picked off. What a play. Breaks into the open. Oh, and he